welcome to the IDAHOMIES Podcast. This is our first episode, first legitimate episode.
First actual one.
And we're going to be going over some basic gun industry stuff, sort of talking about IDAHOMIES, learning about me and Jake a little bit maybe. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. We might touch each other. I'm not sure yet. And
That'll
then we
be
got
off camera, obviously.
Huh?
That'll be off camera, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Spicy. So we're going to be talking about a few different things today. We're going to be looking at some member-submitted rifles to review. Yep. Not going to bash them.
No.
Totally
definitely
not going to bash them.
Definitely not snobs over here.
Yeah. No, nothing like that. Wouldn't even know what a snob is. I run a PSA. That's a fucking joke. Yeah, so we're looking at a few topics that were recommended by members. Let's start off with the Glock V series and the shit show behind that, dude. Yeah, I mean, they were like, "Oh, look at this." Go ahead.
So Glock essentially made the V series, right, to be more California compliant.
Yeah,
that's
completely, dude, cucked to the government.
Yeah. So essentially, what they were doing is they were taking out like the possibility of putting like switches in them, Glock switches for the inner city kids,
Yeah.
But but
oh boy,
we already have someone. I saw it like just yesterday,
dude,
or like 2 days ago on Facebook.
No, it was in the Art and War. The streaming, or not streaming, the service, the Discord. Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody literally just posted a picture in there, and it bypasses right. Like, you don't even have to do any modification, I don't think.
No. So Glock V series switches available for all you hoodlums.
Not available from IDAHOMIES, but from your local retailer. Very soon here. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And I think it's so hilarious how dude, Gaston would be rolling in his grave. He would be like, no. We're not folding to California. And then Catherine's just like, oh, Cali. Like, fucking all gay about it. I'm like, great, here we go.
Dude, it sucks that so many, manufacturers and, like, people around the industry are just cucked by the government.
Dude,
they choose to comply with all these different things just because it's like, oh, well, we can make a little bit more money that way instead of actually backing the community that backs them.
Yeah, that is true. I guarantee California has a huge stake in Glock's sales. That probably has to be the reason. It was a good business choice.
Half the country lives in California.
Yeah, unfortunately. But there has to be some financial backing to that. And Glock didn't just fold to, well, they did fold, so fuck them. But You see what I'm getting at here. It's something that shouldn't have happened. They didn't back the community, but there is other companies like Ruger and Smith & Wesson that have cut to the government before or folded to the government for our older viewers.
I feel like a lot of companies have. It's more often than not. I mean, look at Colt, right?
Yeah.
Great products, but they have that
carry on.
Huh?
Used to be, but
used to be. Yeah, correction. But then they started putting in that, what's the anti-sear device that just looks like a giant third pin?
I don't know. Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know when they started putting that in. Speaking of the whole entire Colt thing, we have a guy that's from SOTAR in the group, and he's going to lose his fucking mind that we're talking bad on Colt. Dude, he's going to lose his mind.
Hey, Colt used to be good. There's a lot of good stuff from Colt still out there, but Colt overall, as a whole now, it's becoming pretty irrelevant, if not completely irrelevant already.
Yeah, dude. There's so many better companies.
Yeah.
And if I hear one more person be like, oh my god, the specs are evolving, sir. The specs are evolving. Things are changing. Your freaking boat tail does not be the same size as it was in the 80s. We have discovered shit.
We have.
The cavemen have evolved.
All of us.
But yeah. I thought
smooth brain monkey individuals.
Yeah. I thought it was fucking hilarious seeing Glock immediately just be like, oh yeah, we're gonna do this, and then the civilian support was like, all right, well, we're gonna completely fuck you over.
Dude, literally as soon as those pictures from the internals of the Glock series released, some dude in Florida was like, I'm gonna get to work, let's figure out a way to make this work.
Yeah, dude, just straight tripping. No, fuck, what was it? What was that guy? He posted his company, but there's a guy with an SOT that was like, well, I already made a switch for it. So.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Like, literally the first batch that came out. And another thing that's really, like,
Didn't even take a month.
No, dude. It
Like-
took maybe, like, a week of being on the market.
Yeah.
If that. You know, and they're not even on shelves yet, really.
Dude, they have them at Boise Black Rifle.
Oh, they do?
Yeah, I've walked in and seen a V-Series. Yeah,
Are we just gonna call it the Vagine series or
the Vagine series?
The
Yeah,
Vagine
I think that's appropriate.
a Glock Vagine?
Essentially, yeah.
But then we can't say anything below like 18. You can't say the other ones. You
No.
gotta run a 19. Can't run a 17.
Yeah, I mean, I do like the longer frame of the 17. You know, it is what it is.
I don't think you got the joke that I was saying.
No,
It was an age joke. Vagine, 17, not okay.
there you go.
There you go.
There you go. I'm a bit retarded. I was classically trained infantry, so you know, there's the
Oh yeah,
there's the Neanderthal brain.
me and Jake are both Marine Corps vets.
Yep.
Separate flavors. You know, I was a comms guy. He was something.
That was something.
Yeah, something. We'll leave it at that.
Never did anything cool. That's
Yeah,
all that matters.
Me either. Nothing cool. Never. Yeah. I think that's really it. Covering the. Oh, one more thing about the Glock V series. Fuck me. Why am I spacing? It's because everything's finally set up. Like everything's official. And now we're like, oh, I'm afraid to talk on the mic. Like a little fucking retard. But what I'm trying to get at here is they didn't release the MOS series immediately. So people are like, why are we going to put these on our shelves? You know,
Yeah.
like there's going to be a huge dip in the Glock market because you need the MOS series. Rather the mounting style is shit or not. You know, a lot of people opt for it.
Well,
So-
the MOS series, it really just takes out the middleman of getting your slide cut.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, you can still go get a V series slide cut. It just,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, with a lot of manufacturers and gunsmiths, like that just takes time. And a lot of people don't want to be without their Glocks, you know?
Yeah, you just bought it. You don't want to send it off for 2 weeks.
Yeah, like with my stippling that I'm doing, I'm becoming a 07 FFL so I can start taking guns from around the country. And I believe my lead time, you know, should increase a little bit, but like,
Let's talk about that, dude. Let's
Yeah,
talk about your
yeah.
company. Let's talk about what you're doing. I've been seeing a lot of increases in your quality recently.
yeah.
So I'm sort of interested to hear more about it. Do you have anything planned?
Dude, planned. So I'm putting in for an 07 FFL, which will be super cool once it gets approved. Which essentially is like a manufacturer. So what I'll be able to do is like get Glocks in from around the country. If one of my friends wants to send me, you know, one of their Glocks from Texas, right? I can take that into my books, do the work, send it back off, like easy, completely legal. Right now, since we're in Idaho, there is, you know, somewhat of a loophole around it because you can loan a Glock to a friend
Yeah.
for, you know, whatever amount of time, as long as they're, you know, not a felon, like legally able to possess it pretty much. And so I've just had buddies and I've kept it, you know, like small within the group, just making, you know, progress, trying to get, you know, better at stippling, and it's gotten pretty decent. I think I've done maybe close to like 10 frames now, and my lines are starting to get like really
Yeah,
nice.
dude.
Like,
No, like I've been paying attention to it. Like at first I was like, I don't know, and then you
okay, my first couple Glocks.
Yeah.
Sorry, Caden, but
get fucked, Katie.
they weren't to the quality.
Kidding, I love you.
They weren't to the quality that I, you know, want to be now.
Yeah.
And I mean, Caden's was a different, like, it was a whole nother.
Yeah, it was a different ballpark, dude. You're
It
learning.
was a different ballpark, and I mean, he wanted it as aggressive as Ray Rice in an elevator, you know. And so, like, I made it very aggressive, and I told him beforehand, like, hey, don't paint your Glock before, you know, you give it to me. And
Didn't he?
yeah, he went ahead and painted it anyway. He was like, dude, I'm going to paint it again too. So, you know, don't worry about scrubbing the paint off. I'm like, oh, whatever, you know. So I did this stipple pattern on it. And like, you can see some of like the burnt paint underneath the actual stipple job. And I'm like, he says
Fuck.
he's gonna paint it anyway, and then he ends up not painting it. So
Oh
I'm just
my
like,
god.
yeah, I'm like,
Paint
it
your
is,
shit.
paint it, dude. Just
Yeah.
paint it. I'll paint it for you, okay? I
Ooh.
want it to look better. And I painted this rifle here. Like I'm a master painter. So
Looks like shit.
hey, you look like shit.
I know. I mean, you're not wrong. You know.
That's what it is.
I'm handsome shit though.
Uh,
I'm fine
debatable.
shit.
Debatable.
Oh wow. That's rude. I'm gonna go cry now.
I'm gonna drink more of your Blantons.
Do it. All right. Well, we got a little bit off topic there. Let's talk about annoying things in the industry. Oh boy, oh boy.
There's
Fuck,
there's
dude.
so many. I don't even know where to start. You take this, dude.
Yeah. All right. Well, the first thing that annoys me, and one of the things that's like genuinely irking, is when people get out of the military, anywhere from like fresh out of the military to like fucking 60 years old. They're like, oh, I'm fucking trained. I know how to use a gun. I don't need any more instruction. I'm going to teach these boys what to do. And I'm like, you are full-fledged fucking retarded if
Yeah.
you think that you're coming out of the military, unless you were soft or some shit like that, and being able to keep up with civilian competitive shooters or genuinely anybody that goes to a range and actually trains.
Dude,
The
there are
level
plenty.
of training in the Marine Corps or any other branch really.
It's
from what
minimal.
I
It's
know.
designed
Yeah,
to
dude.
keep you alive. You
Yeah,
know?
dude. It's very grassroots and some of it's wrong.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
Especially with today's standards.
yeah, I agree with that. I could totally attach that Night Force to that ammo can if I tried. I'm going to do that while we're talking.
Okay.
But yeah, it's one of those things where as soon as I got out of the Marine Corps and I started shooting guns and shit like that, I was like, oh my fucking God.
You realize
Like,
how much
yeah,
you
dude.
don't know. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no, there are definitely civilians out there who are leagues beyond, like, even like, some of the guys that have been through courses like, like specialty, like schoolhouse courses, right? And it's just kind of sad to see, these people getting out thinking like they're pretty much Superman. They're like superheroes, right?
Yeah.
But it's just, it doesn't equate,
Yeah. For the viewers that are on audio, the Night Force did in fact not fit on the ammo can, unfortunately. I'm sort of
Sometimes-
sad. That would have been funny.
You know what they say, right?
What?
It'd be like that sometimes.
It do be like that.
It do be like that.
Do be. But yeah, that's one thing that really fucking annoys me is when you meet people from the military and they're just like, oh yeah, well, I was a fucking top 3 on my range. And I'm like, no one cares, brother. Like, it's a different ball game out here. And I'm not shooting on all or shitting on all military shooters, but like, brother, it's a different ballpark out here. And you need to be able to keep up with it.
Like,
And
if you go to the
yeah.
range in the military and you qual expert, like, good on you. That's a good start,
Yeah.
right? But that doesn't mean that, you're friggin' Johnny McFly and you can
go ahead.
go do all these, like, different courses with just, like, the
Yeah,
utmost, accuracy. Like,
Absolutely not.
you still have a lot to learn. And that took me a while to realize, too.
Yeah.
Like, I haven't been to a ton of classes, unfortunately, just because it's hard to, like, save up and, like, spend that money, especially with people in my shoes that are, like, full-time students, full-time dad. Like, finding the money is just hard. But if you can buy the ammo and drills, like, you can go out and get significantly better by yourself.
Yeah, dude,
Like-
100%. I will say training is worthwhile more though. But if it's not in the cards, yeah, you can go shoot, watch some videos, and you can get pretty fucking good, dude.
Yeah.
Like I know people that have never taken a course and they are very proficient.
Yeah.
And speaking of proficiency, I want to jump back to the military side of it real quick. I qualified expert all 6 years in the Marine Corps. Well, 5 years, including my boot camp one. So I had a 5th or 6th award expert on the uniform. I got the fancy double hanger or whatever it's fucking called. And
Bougie.
yeah, bougie. You best believe being a Lance with a service stripe and 6 award, baller.
Picking back being
Fucking
bull.
baller.
Oh, yeah.
But besides me flexing my Terminal Lance career, yeah, dude, gang, T-Lance all the way.
Shout out
yeah.
to MU.
Even when I got out, and I was sort of into guns the whole time, and I stepped into this like civilian shooting space, like competitive shooting, tactical shooting, I was like, oh my fuck, I'm so behind, it's not even funny, dude. And that's with me hunting before the Marine Corps, being into long range before the Marine Corps, and then stepping into tactical shooting. Like, there is so much more to learn, and people that were in the military and get caught up on the fact of like, oh, I was in the military. I don't give a fuck, dude. Go train, go learn. You're gonna realize very quick, like, oh, I'm way behind.
Go shoot competitions too.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
a
on
great
God.
way to figure out where you stand next to everyone else.
Yeah, Trent Miller will be on the podcast here soon, and we're going to talk a lot about USPSA and how it can help the industry and help people that are getting into guns. When I first got into USPSA, and I don't shoot it that much, I use it as a baseline to see where my skill's going throughout my progression, my career of being into guns. Like, I shoot maybe 6 to 12 matches a year, nothing crazy. I'm going to start going more, but it's not really on the top of the priority list. There's a lot going on with IDAHOMIES, but I digress. It is a great tool for figuring out, like, okay, where am I at? What do I need to work on? Because as soon as that timer goes off and there's people around and the pressure is on, and there is pressure, you can't be afraid of it, but there is a little bit of pressure. You start to see where you're lacking very quickly. Like you being conscious of how many rounds you've shot, when you need to reload, your point of aim, all that kind of stuff becomes extremely obvious under that pressure, and it's so worth it. And another thing to point out is I actually believe going to a USPSA event is cheaper than going to the range. You have a limited round count, 115 to like 225 or something like that. What is that? Fucking maybe 30, $50?
Yeah, like
And
$50, dude.
The entrance, which is $15 here, it might be different in other places, but dude, that's $65. If you go and you dump 120 rounds of fucking 5.56, you're already at the same price of a USPSA match.
Just 4 mags.
Yeah.
Like, and I don't know of anyone that goes to the range and just shoots 4 mags unless they're don't have any ammo. Like,
yeah, or they're training with intent. But even then, it's hard to stick to 4 mags. That is very, very strict, dude. I shoot like 6 to 10 when I go to the range at a minimum.
I mean, so with all so I've been to the range quite a few times this year, right?
Yeah.
I think I've seen one person once actually training. Everyone else just mag dumps into trash.
Yeah.
Or they're like going to zero their optics. Yeah. Like, it's not, no one's out there actually trying to get better. Yeah. Like, seeing people on the range actually, trying to get better.
It's
like,
so sick, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. Like at the George Norse range down in Nampa. Like, I went there one time. It was getting dark. And I saw some dudes with like barrels and like the 9-hole cutouts and everything training under nods. And like, I couldn't help but just smile, dude. Like, I was that is what we need more of, right?
Dude, 100%.
Like, yeah.
And then just to clarify, working on moving and shooting and that's it, like you have the same target set up and you just move forward and mag dump, that's not training. Learn a little bit about training, learn about dot torture, learn about et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There's so much to it.
Put yourself under some pressure. Get a shot timer. Start like recording yourself. Like, make a baseline, know where you're at, and constantly seek to improve it. That's why USPSA matches are so good, because there's no pressure in an actual real world scenario where you have to use a gun.
Get
like,
fucked.
Dude, if all you do is mag dump into trash and you get thrown into a scenario, like let's say you're at the mall and you hear gunshots, you really think that adrenaline isn't going to start making you a little bit shaky?
You'll get trigger freeze 100%.
Yeah, 100%. You need that pressure in order to actually grow, in my opinion. So.
No, dude, I agree. So I brought up my topic that pisses me off in the industry. I have a few more, but I want to hear yours first.
Oh, dude.
Let's hear something that just pisses you to fuck off, man.
Like, I don't...
Even if it's like hater shit, like people that think like PSA is the best or whatever you want to talk about, bro. I don't give a fuck.
Okay, I understand it, but government contracts, dude.
Yeah.
Whenever some manufacturer comes out with like this kick-ass new product, and I'm seeing a bunch of videos about it. I'm seeing a bunch of like pictures and demos, and I'm like, dude, this is so sick. Like, I can't wait to get my hands on it. And then I read mil/LE only on it. Like, dude, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like,
Like
I
HK with the MP7 and all that shit.
Yeah,
Just
dude.
keep fucking us with the G36C while you're at it. Just give it to us, HK. What the
Just
fuck is
give
your
it to.
problem?
We're asking. We were
Yeah.
begging on our knees. All we want is a G36C
Yes.
and an MP7.
Yeah, we're not asking for much. And chrome line barrels.
Chrome line barrels. Yeah, another big one. Another big one. And fix the
fuck you,
M27
HK.
IAR already. Like,
Yeah. Dude, come on.
dude, those extractor springs break so much.
Not
For
only
German
that,
engineering, like it's not even up to snuff, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on with that rifle, bro. I've seen receivers separate. I've seen all kinds of fucking issues with those things.
Yeah, but
Hey,
I mean,
anybody that was in the Marine Corps and got an M27 IAR, comment down below and let us know your experience with it so we can bash on them a little
let
more.
us know your funniest experiences.
Yeah, dude,
I
please.
watched. So I was in ITB. And so we were training on the M27s, and this dude, his M27 kept jamming, kept failing to extract, kept doing all this different stuff. The extractor spring kept breaking, and one of my sergeants thought that he must be doing something with it, right?
Yeah.
So this kid got freaking smoked.
Yep.
Like, he got absolutely smoked. And the entire time he's like, Sergeant, like, I swear, like, it's not me. Like, I think it's the rifle. Like, something's going on. And he's just like, it's an HK. It's a good rifle. You're obviously doing something. And one of our staff sergeants came over with his rifle, right? And patted my sergeant on the back, and he was just like, "Hey, yeah, no, this thing's actually like it's breaking constantly." Like, and I remember my sergeant didn't even apologize. He was just like, "Get up,
Get on
go
the
get your
fucking
stuff."
firing
Like, just seeing people get smoke checked for absolutely no reason in the Marine Corps was a very common occurrence.
Yeah, no, 100%, dude. It was enjoyable, except for when it was me.
Yeah, except for when it happened to
a
you.
little bit, so
Yeah.
I'm good. All right, next topic. Let's move on to.
Oh, let me ask you a question, dude.
What up?
So you said that you've been a shooter for quite some time,
Yeah.
right?
Uh-huh.
And like I got into this stuff when I was in the Marine Corps as well.
Yeah.
Like before I joined the Marine Corps, I had one gun, and I got that like a few days before I went to boot camp, right?
Mhm.
I graduated from high school. I had all this graduation money, and I knew I was going into the Marine Corps, and I wasn't going to need it for books. So I went to Safe Fire out in Camas, Washington, back when Washington didn't have their fire or their assault weapons
laws.
banned.
Yeah.
And I bought a Century Arms RAK 47,
Okay.
otherwise known as a pipe bomb. But throughout my time in the Marine Corps, you know, like there were some guys in like my platoon who were selling different rifles,
make
pistols.
Sure we're all good on the tech side. Keep going.
Selling like rifles, pistols, all that kind of stuff. And like I would just buy it if it was a good price without really knowing like if it was good or not. So like my first 4 guns was a Century Arms RAK 47. I had a 16-inch Aero Precision with like almost nothing on it. I think it had like an EOTech, right? I had a Mossberg 500 and a Smith & Wesson M&P Shield 2.0 in 40 cal, right?
Fuck.
Yeah. So it took me a while to actually catch on to what was good and what was not. When did that transition happen for you?
I sort of had a jaded experience, and what I mean by that is my father's a huge hunter. He's guided for people. He's killed some absolutely insane stuff, man.
Mhm.
He is fantastic at what he does.
Yeah.
You know, that is his lifeblood. You know, and he's a really good man. He's really good at it. When he guides people, he's a fantastic fucking person. You know, I didn't think so when I was 18, but now that I'm grown up, I'm like, dude's fucking solid.
Yeah.
But that translated over to the quality of weapons that he purchased, you know, and my exposure was strictly to high-end things. The first scope that I ever looked through was a Night Force. You know, like legitimately, like I started on Night Force. The rifle that I killed my first animal with was a 28 actively improved. Yeah, my bad. Almost fucked it up. And then it had a Bartolene barrel. It had a Rim Country manufacturing action, a jewel trigger, a Macmillan stock, and then a Night Force NX8 on it, which he
Solid.
He is second focal plane. but I am teaching him. That
Okay.
is what he knew. That is what he was raised on. So he just bought really nice shit with the same settings.
Yeah.
You know, like he was like raised by Bushnell and shit like that. And he's like, no, I'm not buying fucking trash.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, so I started with that. And, you know, when I first got into guns myself after the Corps, I realized like, okay, you know, I looked up the stuff that my dad had, the pictures of it, and I'm like, okay, this is not cheap shit. Why is there cheap shit? And I looked it up and I was like, oh, you know, and then I just started looking for gun groups. You know, of course I stumbled across MT6, MTS.
Dude, the original mid-tier snobs.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where a lot of people
Yeah.
started. Like, you know, during the whole pandemic, if I mean you can even want to fucking call it that. During the whole pandemic
Scamdemic.
yeah, the scamdemic, when no one had anything else to do but just go on social media, right? Like, there were these groups that started to form, and one of them was Mid-Tier Snobs, which I'm sure a lot of you know. I don't ever know what happened to that group. I think it's still
Dude,
around, but...
MTSB 3.0. That's the current iteration of it, and they have a backup group as well.
Okay. So still around, still kicking. But yeah, dude, that was just a conglomerate of thousands and thousands of people, and like most of them didn't know anything, right?
No,
But there were quite a few like in there. Like I would say probably sub 100 guys in a group of like almost 26,000 people, right? That actually knew what they were talking about and started leading people more towards the quality or like the mid-tier side of things.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where I started realizing.
Let's take a piss break real quick.
Yeah,
Let's take a bathroom break, see what he's
Time
talking
out.
about.
Cut.
Good time to cut in the audio. Yeah, we were talking about mid-tier snobs. We're rolling now again.
Okay.
But yeah, we were talking about MTS and all that kind of stuff.
So mid-tier snobs is where I really started to like understand the difference in quality.
Yeah.
When I got out of the Marine Corps, you know, I still had all like these, you know, like let's be real, like low tier stuff, right?
Yeah, PSA, Bear Creek, Diamondback.
Yeah,
Boy,
like
do
it
I have
was.
a story about Diamondback.
I mean, it was Aero Precision, which is like
I mean, pre-COVID era was real nice.
pre-COVID era was it was all right.
Yeah.
It was like it was barely scraping the mid tier
Mm.
section, but after COVID and everything that happened there, like it just fell off super hard with as I mean, especially their quality control.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um, and so I started seeing all these different things, and I started taking stuff that I learned from the Marine Corps. Like one of the first optics that I bought outside of the Marine Corps, it was EXPS 3.
Okay.
And so I knew it was getting a little bit better there. But then I put it on a Radical Arms 300
You
blackout.
fuck.
Like, dude, the optic was worth like just as much, if not twice as much as the rifle. But I remember I just went into a gun store and I saw, oh, 300 blackout. I hear that super quiet. Let's get this 300 blackout pistol, a nice EOTech, and a suppressor so it can be quiet. And that was my home defense there for quite some time.
Yeah.
Then I realized Radical Firearms is not good. And I started, you know, looking up quite a few more things.
Is it Radical? Is that the brand? Or
Yeah, it's
it starts
Radical
with
Firearms.
An R with a circle.
Yeah,
right?
the R with the circle down in Texas. I mean, you know, they do what they do. They provide cheap firearms to the masses, but yeah, I mean, I get it. Everyone has to start somewhere.
Yeah.
But if
And
you
for-
can have a friend that like actually knows what they're talking about, don't just start somewhere.
Yeah.
Save up, purchase a good rifle, and like buy once, cry once, essentially.
Yeah, dude. No, 100%. I mean, at the end of the day, they're life-saving tools.
Yeah.
You know, these are the things that you're going to rely on. I talk to members all the time about, like, when you get into guns, get a solid base first. A good pistol,
Mm-hmm.
a good AR, a good shotgun, and a good bolty. Like, get your bases covered and then fuck off and have fun.
Yeah,
I mean, that's what we're here for at the end of the day. But if you're going to invest in this training...
First rule of gun safety is have fun, right?
Yes, exactly. if you're going to invest in this training, you're going to invest in this ammo, you might as well reap the rewards of it. You know, like a lot of people that just buy guns because they were on video games, I'm not going to lie, it sort of irritates me because I'm like, dude, there's such a valuable skill at hand here, and you're actively like ignoring the fact that this could save your life one day. Why don't you try to train a little bit? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, you can't change everyone's mind. I mean,
Yeah.
it's weird. It's
My
like having a bunch of medical supplies and not learning medical.
Yeah,
You know?
exactly. If you have an IFAK and don't know what any of it uses, like if you don't
Yeah.
know how to use a bowl and chest seal, why do you have one?
Yeah.
Like, do you know what kind of, like injuries require a chest seal? Like,
Yeah.
it's something you should look up.
If you look in your med kit and you're like, "What's a hyphen?" You probably need to learn a little bit more. You
Yeah,
know, or what's NG tube?
yeah.
Huh.
My
Okay.
getting
Yeah.
back to the transition to like, higher
Yeah. Yeah.
quality stuff though. My transition was slow, dude.
Yeah.
I'll admit it. Like, I I really thought that Aero Precision was like good to go for a long time, and it probably took me like about a year to start phasing that out.
Hmm.
I remember I got quality attachments. I ended up, getting that Omega 300 suppressor from Silencer Co. I had a D-Ball I2, which
Okay.
the I2 it's their lowest end
It's
D-Ball, but
middle pack at best, dude. There's a lot of better options.
there's a
I actually
lot of
think
better
the
options.
SMS Trinity beats any of the D balls.
Dude, the SMS
Yeah.
Trinity is really nice,
Yeah.
but I put an ACOG with a piggybacked RMR on there, which is actually the same ACOG I have right here. Um, and so yeah, I had like this Aero Precision with like a Geisley trigger, a SOP mod stock, D-ball, suppressor, ACOG with RMR combo, like all the cool stuff, but like the actual base rifle
Mhm.
wasn't up to snuff.
Yeah.
Once I realized that too, I started, upgrading. The upper was the first thing to upgrade.
Yeah.
Because like lowers, as long as they're in spec and
I
you can pull the
mean,
trigger,
be careful here.
like
Yeah.
I'm being careful, but
I
lowers,
mean,
as long as they're in spec, they will work for a time being.
yeah.
Um, the upper though, that's where the magic happens, and
Yeah.
so I decided to upgrade that first. I ended up going with Noveski 10.5, like a bull barrel. I put a Daniel Defense Riz 2 on it and slapped it on a Geisley upper receiver.
Yeah.
And that was a solid,
Yeah. Dude.
solid upper that I used for a long time before I started getting into the finer things. Like I myself I'm an LMT guy.
This
I
guy's
know.
never shot a Knights.
Okay, so I actually take that back. I remember one of my buddies, Kevin, who lives up in Star, Idaho.
Okay.
He has a matching pair of SR-15s.
Okay.
And I mean like actual like truly
Mhm.
matching pair. I don't know why he decided to buy two, but he bought two. And I got to shoot it one time. So I have shot a Knights before. Knights are nice. I like them. And
Very nice.
very nice, very nice. I will get one of their ambi receivers someday, but I'm just waiting for a drop of blems.
Yeah.
Like I forget,
Knights and Blems don't really happen, buddy.
dude. It happened though. Like
Really?
yeah, like a couple months ago.
Interesting.
I'm in a group called The Family, which is like a bunch of people in the industry, manufacturers, like
Mm-hmm.
owners of companies,
Sick
stuff,
invite.
wearing their hat right now, repping the family. Um, and some dude posted, I forget where it was, but there was a drop of Ambi Knights receivers, all blemed, for like $300 each.
Damn.
Yeah. I almost bought one, but like I just didn't have the money at the
Yeah,
time.
dude, I get it.
And so, yeah, is what it is, but I will be getting an SR-15 someday.
I get mine
I,
back tomorrow.
nice,
Yeah,
dude.
dude, I'm so excited.
I'm still debating though cuz like I mean, I have my nice LMT build right here, right? Um so I'm kind of I don't feel like I really need another
I mean,
5.56.
you have an LMTZ, so You know, I mean, let's be real here. This is a great rifle, but it's not overly feasible. You know, like it's got the carry handle, it's got the shotgun on it. If you were to take like a base rifle and make like something more applicable to standard needs, that would be cool. I mean, this is pretty fucking applicable regardless, but the carry handle with the RMR on top of that's pretty fucking tall, you know?
It works though.
Yeah.
Surprisingly, it works. So, and I'll tell you why it works. So this is the Tritium model
Mm.
RMR. So it's got like a 9
You mind
MOA
if
dot.
I?
Yeah, go ahead, dude. It's got like a 9 MOA dot on there, which in most scenarios is,
You're in Mars H weight territory here, buddy.
yeah, no, it's heavy. Um, but in most scenarios, like it's not that feasible. If you're going into like CQB, right? That large dot is, I mean, at least I think nice to acquire a target like pretty fast. Um, the thing that is so cool about it though is at 100 yards, I'm
Oh.
aiming with the very top of the dot. And then at like 300 yards, it's at like the bottom of the dot. I don't hold it nearly that far forward,
Oh.
but
That's
yeah.
just where it feels good to me. But my thumb's on the barrel. I don't even know how the fuck I'd hold this thing.
So this is how I hold it. If you want to pass it over, mess up my zero on the frickin' deep bolt, even though this is a on an actual delta ring, so it's not gonna hold zero as is. But either way, I hold it like this, like right under the tube.
Okay.
I got my laser right here,
Oh,
which
okay.
is a full power D ball. Shit's bright as
Oh,
fuck.
not at the camera. Don't fuck up the sensors in it.
Oh, is it gonna fuck up the sensors?
It very well could, yes.
Let's see.
It looks fine.
Okay.
Okay.
So
cool.
cutting back to it.
Yeah.
We'll edit that part out.
Yeah, we'll edit that out.
But yeah, no. So I got full power D-ball, which is bright as fuck, right? I got the ACOG on there, which sits pretty fucking like it's right where it needs to be, at least for me. Then raise your head just a little bit for the RMR. It is very heavy, but that's because I'm running a Legacy NT4, which these things in themselves are
fucking
incredibly.
Speaking of heavy cans, have you got your
incredibly
hands
heavy.
on the Stealth Added Works ones?
No, I haven't.
Oh my fucking god. Go down to Malkev. Shout out Malkev Industries.
Melkev's awesome.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Give
He's
Kev a call.
solid,
He will
dude.
hook you up.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, pick up the Stealth Additive Works cans. Oh my god, you're gonna get it in your hand and be like, what the fuck? This is a can?
Yeah.
This feels like I'm picking up an empty mag. Like they're so fucking light, it's not even funny, dude.
Well, this Master Key doesn't do
Yeah, no.
any favors when it comes to weight either. But
Yeah.
I did get the Master Key for a very specific reason, and I believe it's a decent reason, right?
Yeah.
So with everything coming out of Ukraine and I mean literally anywhere else in the world, people are starting to realize that drones are very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
We are literally in the Black Ops 2 timeline right now, and I don't like it. The hunter killer drones, dude, it's not cool. At least not to me. I prefer mono fights.
Yeah.
But I have a pouch on my kit that actually has. So I have, I think it's 10 birdshot. Like specifically for drones, stuff like that. And then I also have some breaching rounds. So, one, this thing will ideally protect me from drones. I've taken it skeet shooting before, and it's actually not that bad. Like it's not the best. It's not like you're shooting trap, right? You don't have like a whole 20-inch shotgun, but at the same time, like it will work. In breaching too, getting into doors and places that are otherwise, inaccessible, it's pretty handy. And so overall, I think this is a pretty nice like GPR, 14.5 with a can. It can handle drones.
It's definitely capable.
It's got everything to run under night vision. I use the RMR under night vision plus passive aiming or active aiming with my laser. And then daytime, that ACOG is right on. Like,
Yep.
granted, the holds are a little bit different because of the height of the carry handle, but as long as you train with it and know what you're doing, like, it's not that bad.
Yeah.
I
Fair
think when it comes to getting a
And you got a
Knight's
point
rifle,
there. I
though,
mean, it all comes down to training. You can use whatever the fuck you want as long as it's
yeah.
quality, you know.
When I do get a Knight's rifle, though, like, I was thinking SR-15 for the longest time, but I think I'm going to try and get a complete SR-30.
Ooh, boy. That's some pennies.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know about all that. But let's move on to our next topic. We are a little crunched for time today.
What are we running?
So,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Let's talk about diversity in training. And I'm talking about like doing pistol work, doing CQB work, doing like long range stuff.
It's necessary.
Yeah.
Next.
Oh my god. But no, it's one of those things. It's extremely important. You know, like I've been diving into long range a lot recently. You know, and back in the day when I would hunt with my dad, even with the nice rifles and stuff like that, we weren't doing windage holds. We weren't. Obviously, we were hunting second focal plane, as I talked about earlier. So I don't know anything about that. You know, besides what I've done research on and my short experience with the Mars H. You know, from when I owned that. Great gun, by the way.
If you really
But
want to get into long range, though, definitely get a bolt gun.
oh yeah,
Like
100%.
DMRs are cool, but if you're trying to push past like 900, like
Yeah.
I would not recommend it. But
I
either
mean,
way,
you can, but bolties have some significant advantages. But what I'm getting at here is why it's important to be a cross-discipline shooter. You know, like there's stuff that I picked up from long range that translates over to my pistol work and stuff like that. Like my trigger work on long range, like understanding the importance of having a steady hand,
finding that
steady,
wall.
nice and even squeeze.
Yeah.
You know, like that transfers over. But the speed and the violence from USPSA transfers over to using my rifle, you know, or movement with my rifle and understanding certain cues and timing and stuff like that. I feel like it's a very important thing. What do you think?
Dude, I mean, I think it's necessary. I mean, you can be a great shot with a pistol. You know, you could be, top of the line USPSA pistol expert, but like as soon as you need to take a shot past like let's say 300 yards, like I mean, unless you have like a good optic that is like properly zeroed, like you may not be hitting that shot. Like I know a lot of people
And
that are,
having the training to back it up.
yeah, I know a
Or
lot
you
of
know,
people
let's
that
say 500. You know, 300 this
300,
these
300
days.
is
You
300 these days is pretty easy.
Yeah.
We'll go with 500.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, a lot of engagement distances aren't that
Oh,
far, but
dude,
like
yeah.
on the off chance that you need to, like you should know how to be able to take that shot
Oh,
like reliably.
yeah, and it's not even the having to do it, it's the capability of doing it, you
Yeah.
know, and what you can learn from doing that and where it can transfer in other places.
I mean, dude, there's
You know?
also a lot more to talk about. Like we could make an entire episode just on different trainings and what you need.
Dude, we
Like
should.
we really
Yeah.
should. I mean, there's a lot that goes into it. Like one, survival, like foraging, making fires, digging a fighting hole. A lot of
Basic
people
medicine.
don't a lot of people don't want to admit it, but like, if you get into a real world scenario where let's say like things
fucking
are
yeah.
all out of whack, right?
Yeah.
And you're going to need to use your rifle. Many people think that, oh, I'm just gonna stay in my home. I'm gonna do all this stuff.
It's
Like
not how it works, brother.
it's not how it works. Like yeah, you can make a pretty good defense inside your home, but for how long?
Home
Like
or
what's the
neighborhood and
what's the breaking point of that?
Here-
Most people are going to need or at least want to get out of Dodge, get out of the town. And if you don't have like proper defilade to where you set up your camp and have like a good perimeter around that, you are going to die.
Yeah.
Especially if your enemies can start cresting that defilade, then they're just shooting fish in a barrel. You're
Yeah.
gonna have nothing to hide behind, and so the importance of fighting holes really cannot be like understated. Like people need to know how to build them, like what's the proper dimensions, like what kind of stuff you need, like grenade sumps, right? Which won't just be used for grenades. Like water runoff goes in there too, and that will keep you drier in the event that it starts pissing rain on you.
Yeah, there
But
is a bunch of topics.
yeah,
Like a
there's a
bunch of
lot
stuff
of
that we
stuff
should
you can
talk
get
about.
into.
Yeah, we should have an episode where we talk about like infantry, like small unit tactics, stuff like that.
I know. We have a few guys we can hit up.
Yeah, I mean the
Bring.
guy that dropped that off. Shout out to Boaz Koski. Is that your real name? Because that's a really fucking cool name if it is.
It sounds fake.
Dude, that's fucking cool. He dropped off that poster for us that you guys on audio won't be able to see it. You guys on video, I'll make sure that I put in a picture right here, somewhere around here, of this really cool poster that was with 160th Airborne and some patches. You know, we got some Night Stalker stickers and stuff like that from
You
him
said it
that
was
he
hanging
donated.
in the CO's office, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so sick.
Dude, fucking badass. Or it was like in one of the offices or the CO's office. I forget exactly what it was, but I know it was there.
Yeah.
Which is sick. But yeah, shout out to him for that. His company, Financially Outdoors. Check him out if you need any financial services or anything like that. He's a fucking great dude.
I would almost never join the military again, right? But I'm currently learning how to fly helicopters. The only way I would ever sign a contract again is if they were like, hey, we can guarantee you a spot
SOAR.
in the 160th SOAR
Yeah.
as a little bird pilot. And I would only want to be a little bird pilot, dude.
Yeah.
Little birds are just so cool. I grew up with that shit. Like playing it on Battlefield 4, I used to tear it up on little birds, dude.
Some of
and
these
like
Battlefield
now,
6 pilots nowadays, they're creating new maneuvers and a bunch of crazy shit in Battlefield 6,
dude,
dude.
I still haven't been able to figure out helicopters in Battlefield 6 because in
haven't
order
even
to
played it,
actually
bro.
properly use them, you have to change a whole bunch of controls. Otherwise, it's slop. Like I really like Arma. Like I don't know if you've played Arma Reforger.
I really don't play video games, dude.
Dude,
Like, I'm
I
a
get to
loser.
play video games maybe like once, potentially twice a month after my kid goes down, after my wife has gone to work, and I'm just sitting there. If I don't have any commissions, if I'm not working on anything like schoolwork wise, like then I get to relax and play. But it's very very few and far between that I actually get to sit down and play. But I've gotten pretty
We're becoming
decent.
adults.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I've gotten pretty decent at piloting little birds on Arma Reforger, and like I know like with they have fully articulated blade systems, which no one will understand what that means. But you need a rigid blade system to do the maneuvers I'm doing. Like you're going like fully like up, over, inverting, coming back down, like getting a string of fire, like zooming off, going at Mach Jesus, dude. Like it's a lot of fun. But yeah, either way, all that to say, I would be a little bird pilot in 160th SOAR if given the opportunity.
Yeah, dude. I mean, 100%. One more thing let's step into.
Yeah.
Buying ammo versus upgrading your gear. And where's the line? What's your opinion?
Oh, dude, that's a very blurry line in my opinion.
Do you want to hear my side of it first?
Let's hear your side of it first, and I'll chime in.
All right, for sure. So I think when you first step into the gun scene or whatever you want to call it, and you start realizing, okay, I need to upgrade my stuff. I think you're in a pivotal moment in your shooting or training career where you need to sort of, how do I explain this? You know that there's better stuff out there, but you also need to make sure that you stay engaged with what you're doing. And the way that I usually tell people is like, if you have a sufficient amount of ammo and it's not a financial strain, go ahead and upgrade. But if it is a financial strain and like you have a choice, either ammo or gun, you probably should get more ammo. Just make sure that upgrading is a priority. Throw some savings to the side and make sure that you're getting those quality parts eventually if you already have a rifle. If you don't have a rifle, that's a whole entire topic. And if you don't have a pistol yet, that's a whole nother topic. You need to have a good pistol before anything else, in my opinion. So when it comes down to like ammo or upgrading gear, do you have 1,000 rounds on hand? Do you have 2,000 rounds? If you have 1,000 rounds or fuck even 500 or 600 on hand, depending on how much you shoot, go ahead and upgrade. But if you don't have any ammo, go buy fucking ammo.
Yeah. No, I would agree with that. I think with a lot, I mean, so a lot of people, right? Gun industry has been pretty decent about pushing like low quality stuff onto the masses. Um, a lot of people don't have what we would consider like a solid like mid-tier rifle. And for a lot of people, in all intents and purposes, mid-tier is fine. If you stop at mid-tier, you're good to go. And when I'm talking about mid-tier, I'm talking about like, a BCM, like something like, Sons of Liberty Gunworks it kind of fell off there for a minute or two, but
I actually heard they're doing better
yeah,
recently.
it's coming back.
Yeah.
It's coming back, but just a solid mid-tier rifle. And if you just want to have a rifle and you want to be good with it, if you have mid-tier, start buying ammo because you're not going to need much else after that. High-tier stuff is for, kind of the snobs like us that like to you have a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for? Like a presence when we come to the 100%. Range.
If you have a BCM or you have a Geisley Urgy Upper or something like that.
Geisley also great.
Dude, great. Or their Urgy Uppers are great. People clone them from active duty rifles for a reason. But besides that, if you're at that bar, you have a pretty decent rifle already and you need to start upping your training, upping your ammo usage with intent. And just carrying it on from there. And if you want to upgrade past that line, yeah, sure, dude, go for it. It is what it is, but
just know what you're doing beforehand.
Yeah,
like
100%.
A lot of guns, like whether they be, honestly, lower tier, like not low tier, but lower tier. If you are a new shooter, that gun, unless there is something structurally wrong with it, will most likely outshoot you.
Yeah.
Once you start,
got a point. As much as I hate it,
as much as we hate to admit it, like it is a solid point. Like a lot of guns will outshoot, the person behind the trigger.
You do have to pay attention to round count too.
You do have to pay attention to round count.
If you're shooting like 1,000 rounds a week, you should probably not be running a PSA.
No. No. Like especially high strings of fire too. Like if you're, because I've gone to the range, and I've shot, I think, it was 2,500 rounds in one night. That was a lot. I know a lot of like lower tier rifles and like even like the low mid tier, like their barrels will start heating up. They may start warping. You're gonna get shots being thrown. And so it really
You'll start getting keyholing.
Yeah.
100%. I've seen it firsthand.
Yeah. And so you really need to be careful when it comes to that. I think for most uses, like I said before, if you have a solid mid-tier rifle and you want to be a better shooter, that's where you need to start upgrading. If you have something that's lower tier, I would probably mix it. Yeah. Like, I would be like, okay, I know this isn't the best. I want something that's decent, what I would consider duty rated, which, for a lot of people, like duty rate, a light, a sling, and an optic.
Suppressor too.
Suppressor.
They're about to be fucking free to buy or free to do the paperwork on January 1st. So,
no more tax stamp.
Yeah, which is going to create a whole entire fucking clusterfuck for the people that are trying to get suppressors on January 1st.
Oh my god, the e-forms, dude, are going to be absolutely insane.
I guarantee you, e-forms is going to go down at least 20 times.
Yeah, I think I am picking up. So January 1st, I'm going to a guy in Meridian. Shout out to Tism Tactical.
Justin 80.
I think I'm probably picking up like 3 different suppressors from him. January 1st, and I'm trying to get there early in the morning, dude. Like
it's such a shit show, bro.
It is going.
I'm just waiting until April. I'm gonna get some Stealth Additive Works cans for sure. Dude, when I picked up those cans in Kevin's store, I was like, oh, these fuck, dude.
Yeah.
And hearing all the reviews and stuff like that, I'm like, oh my god, these are fucking solid.
Okay, kind of off topic, but you've seen Radian is releasing a new can, right?
No, I didn't. No.
Dude. Okay, so for those that don't know, Radian is releasing a can that is specifically meant to replace the compensator on a ramjet. So it's the exact
No
same.
fucking way.
It's the exact same style of mounting system, and it's ultralight, so it doesn't need a Nelson device.
Yeah, hey, that's the same way the Stealth Additive Works can is. It's like
Yeah.
a little itty bitty pickle.
Oh, dude, I got a picture of this actually.
Dude,
let me pull it up
Let
real
me go
quick
grab the while you're pulling that up. Let me
it's
grab
right
the
it's
tablet.
right it's right here. Check this out.
Dude, that looks gay as fuck though.
It does,
Dude. Look
it
up
does.
Stealth Additive Works. Dude, that radiant
Okay.
suppressor looks like a fucking blocky like Roblox dick.
Okay, it is kind of cyberpunk.
It's ugly as fuck. Why?
But get this. So
Pull up the Stealth Additive Works.
I will after I talk about this. Just give me
Fucking
1 second.
dong-ass
Just give me
can.
1 second.
Wow,
So you can use OEM sights with this can.
Yeah.
This can fits any open bottom holster. So essentially, if you take out the like the barrel plug in a Safariland, you should be able to run a Safariland with this can. And so
It still looks like a
it does look a little ugly. It looks it looks like it looks like a suppressor that you would see on like the PlayStation 1 like Metal Gear Solid, right?
It's so bad.
It does.
Show the camera.
But
Show
okay,
the fucking camera.
I'm gonna show the camera here.
Which suppressor would you get? This one or the one we're about to show you? Comment below.
What is it called?
Stealth Additive Works. And I'm gonna grab the tablet while you're looking for it, so we can do the gear reviews.
Okay, let's see.
Y'all
Stealth
about to get shit on.
Additive Works suppressors. Which one are you? Which one?
Here. Go to their website. You motherfucker. The
I got
shiv.
monkey brain, dude.
The shiv.
The
Dude,
shiv.
it's so tiny. God damn it. Have a picture of it on a rifle, please.
What caliber? 9?
Yeah, 9. 3.7 inches, 2.5 ounces. Full auto rated.
How quiet is it?
Dude, they're fucking quiet.
3.7 inches?
Look at that.
Dude, that's a little chode.
I know. It's fucking sick. Try to find a picture of it on a rifle, man.
Oh, dude, that's sick, actually.
Yeah, dude. From everything I heard, they're quiet as fuck, bro. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and do the good old gear reviews. Let's make sure that we're still recording.
And we're back.
And we're back. So we had an issue where my phone's memory ran out. I wasn't sending the footage directly to my drive, or did the phone? I don't remember. I don't remember what happened. Phone died. It was at like 50 some odd % when we started it. So we got to do the gear reviews again. Yep. So you're going to randomly see a cut in and then come to this shit show. So yeah, that's what we're working with. We did have a few people jump in. One person jump in between the time that we recorded and re-recorded. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, Vaughn submitted his gear. That's who it was. The gear list. So, yeah. First things first, I want to talk about Vaughn. We said this in the previous section. Your gear improvement has been absolutely fucking phenomenal. Seriously. Good shit, great shit. You're one of the most improved members by far. Keep it the fuck up. Don't stop at like where you're at. Keep going. Good shit. Since we just gawked on him a little bit, we're gonna go ahead and skip him and do that last. Let's start out with a little bit of a brutal one. By the way, if it seems like we're rushing it, it's because we are. We have to go up north to do some stuff here soon. So we're gonna go ahead and, by the way, all the stuff will be popped up on the screen. But for our audio guys, we're gonna be going ahead and just saying the build. We're gonna start out with the Honorable Caden Peck Hansen. All of your builds are straight ass, every single one of them. Just kidding, buddy. I love you. So he submitted a Mark 18 SBR. He has an EOTech ESPS3, EXPS3. With a Unity mount, G33 on a Unity mount, B5 and a regular defense stock combo with the cheek riser being a regular defense, obviously. A B5 tangless pistol grip, Radian Talon, Radian Raptor SD, the Radian safety is a little gay, dude. HRF Magwell. We can get into the debatable topics on those.
Yeah, we'll get into that eventually. But
BCM foregrip, of course, got to have it backwards. True man of culture. Got the Surefire 640 dual fuel turbo on there. If I'm right, you just said DF. If it's not a turbo, come on, bro. D-Ball D2, Surefire dual pressure pad, full size 5.6 polonium. And then you got the rear R2S with a rear Atlas, straight sauce, Springco, extra strength, and some buffer stuff, and a Vickers sling. This thing looks fucking fuego, bro.
yeah, it's a solid rifle.
And we're going to go ahead and jump to your pistol. We got a Glock 17 Gen 4 framework by the famous Jake Lambert. If you want to plug your company Alpha first, that's okay.
I mean, I do have one of my pistols up here, and it's getting better every single time. And I think this looks pretty legit. I mean,
yeah.
If you want to check it out.
No, I checked it out earlier, and I genuinely confused it for some agency work. Like, it looks really fucking good. And the thing is, like, his stippling quality went from, like, all right, that's not bad, to, like, is that agency? Like, there's very small details that is like, what the fuck? Dude, your quality is skyrocketed. It's fucking insane, bro.
Thanks,
like,
man.
everything is uniform. The one thing that I nitpicked you on was, like, following lines, and somehow you figured that out, like, rapidly. Here.
Yeah, no.
For those, I don't know if you'll be able to see it, if it's in focus or not, or if my fucking aperture is wide enough to have a wide range of focus or anything, but yeah, I'm going to totally flag myself right here. But, dude, look at that. Look at that. And how much is your stippling?
Like 150.
Yeah, that's fucking ape shit. That's fantastic. Okay. There you go, Bubba.
Thanks, man.
So, yes, we got the good old framework by good old Alpha First on here. Grey Ghost Precision Slide. I have my opinions about Grey Ghost. Not a huge fan.
Not a huge fan for me either. But
they're quality, but like, come on, bro. I don't know. Like, I don't know. It's just how I feel about them, so I can't really judge you. Silencer Co Barrel, not bad. 300 Turby. We're gonna get into a conversation on this podcast about me and what I think about pistol lights being high candela. I genuinely think that high candela pistol lights are sort of stupid. All your engagements with a pistol are hopefully below 40 yards.
So I got a turbo on this, and one of the main reasons I got it, right? So let's say you're approaching a car or something that has tinted windows. Yeah. Tinted windows, dude, that thing is fantastic for. Even for the glare from like non-tinted windows looking from the outside in. Turbo will punch through, and like it will definitely show you what's behind that glass.
Have you ever looked through an Ultra when it comes to tint?
Yeah, I have. It's all right. Like the turbo is definitely better, in my opinion.
When it comes to punching through stuff. But what I am gonna say is, if you're coming up to a car window, you need to have that rapid assessment in check.
No.
And you need to be able to have your weapon drawn and at the ready. So if you're going to be there already, you can just put your Ultra up to the fucking window and see through it anyways. Like, you can punch that bezel into the window.
Well, we'll get into that another time, because I feel like we could have a very good discussion about that.
Yeah, 100%. You know, one thing I do want to add real quick that'll stir you up, how the fuck are you going to be able to identify your target if their whole face is white at a 5-yard distance?
I can show you.
Yeah. Yeah, I think we showed each other in the little bloopers.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about that.
Just RCR, two men flashing each other.
RCR, straight fucking gas. RCRs are the best enclosed optic, and y'all can fight me because it's the fucking truth. Primatia Arms extended / raised slide stop.
I love those.
It's a Gen 3 by the Gen 4, so I can't see both sides, and you submitted the ejection port side. Congrats. I can't look at it. Ameriglows, those are slept on. A lot of people sleep on Ameriglow suppressor height sights. I think they're pretty good. I mean, I'm a huge Trijicon whore, and the Ameriglow irons, they're fucking nice. I like them. Moab magazine extensions, they look good. $100 worth of goon tape and spray paint. I have opinions about spray painting pistols.
Spray paint your pistols.
Don't
do it. Follow
fucking
your
do it.
heart.
Don't
follow
do it.
your heart.
Fucking gummy ass feeling pistols. Yeah. And then when it comes to the rifle, here, I'll let you look real quick.
Oh yeah, no, I remember. I've seen.
And I dropped both the pistols.
Yeah, no, I remember these. I've seen them. Rifle, I'm giving it a solid. I'd say 8 out of 10.
Yeah.
8 out of 10. There are things that could be improved, but you know, everything could be improved.
Yeah.
Pistol, I'm giving it probably. I want to say 7 out of 10.
I'm gonna give him an 8 and an 8.
Yeah, 8 and an 8.
So 31 divided by 4. What is that?
Too much math for me right now.
Yeah. Whatever. 7.75. Because you're also a brother of the core. 1775. If anybody didn't get. Okay. All right. Then we got the Honorable Andy Janot. My laptop is doing weird things. All right. I'm going to read the build list, and then you can look at the pictures and see what you think. Yeah. Previously, we had the tablet. That evaporated. I don't know where it went. It was a lot easier than the laptop. And we were just passing it back and forth. So, we got Andy Janot. He likes some quality. Let's see what his builds say. We got the Trijicon RMR RMO6 Type 2.
Nice.
Okay. All right. Can't hate that. Fuck yeah. The Ameriglow suppressor height sights. Again, with the Ameriglow. They're good stuff, man. They're good stuff. I mean, I have agency on mine, but we're not going to talk about
agency. That. Yeah, okay.
KKM barrels. They're nice, man. I love KKM barrels. He has it with the comp. It's like a Royland Special type build.
Yeah.
Which also, knowing that, you know, if you build a Royland or something like that, you know ball.
Yeah.
You know ball. Overwatch tack trigger. I haven't even heard of them, bro. Congratulations. A Zev Pro Minus connector. Tango down, Vickers slide release and mag release. Surefire X300U A. Not a huge fan of the A mounting style, even on Glocks. I know they're polymer frame and they're designed to not clasp with frame. I run a B and I have zero fucking issues. I hate how they wiggle around.
I love the thumb screw mount.
Yeah, dude.
Like, it's solid.
There's
on there.
Zero reason to run an alpha. Like, if you want a wiggly ass light, go for it. But other than that, like, the B is just the way to go on everything. I made the mistake of buying an A and I fucking hated myself, and then I ended up selling it.
Yeah, no, I sold my A model too for a B.
All right, and then we can step onto the rifle. This is where you're gonna lose points. You suck. Just kidding, buddy. We love you. So we got a BCM 14.5 P&W for legal reasons. An SMS HFXC. Caldwell bipod, that's going to ding you a little bit. Yeah. LPM duty, that's going to bring you back up. LPM flash hider, going to bring you back up. Seekins adjustable gas block. EXPS3 with G33. Looks like he's running stock height, no Unity risers. He does have night vision, by the way. Just want that to be annotated. So he should probably have his shit on risers. I know you have a laser device, but passive and active are a thing. If one system goes down, you want to be able to use the other. Same thing with during the day. So we got a radiant charging handle. Yeah. BCM lower SD3G trigger. Man knows ball, H3, and then some buffer stuff, man, in the BCM SOP mod stock. Take a gander, and you're gonna give him extra points because it is painted.
Oh yes.
Yeah. So the Caldwell bipods, man. You own like $7,000 night vision. Go buy fucking Atlas.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah. You can afford Atlas.
Yeah. The BCMs, they're clunky, they're loud, the adjustments, meh.
Solid rifle, solid pistol.
Yeah, they're both solid. I can't hate.
I'd give both these an 8.
Really?
Yeah, I think
over Cadence?
Okay.
What
when
the
we're talking
fuck,
about,
dude?
No, okay, then 7.
Yeah. Here, do that. Yeah. Ooh, give it that angle sauce too. There we go. Fuego.
Works.
Impromptu. podcast session. Yeah, I'm gonna give his rifle because of the bipod and because he does actively shoot night vision, and he doesn't have redundant optics on it. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give it a. Sorry, buddy, we're looking at a 6 here. For the pistol, we're looking at a solid 8 though. So cumulatively, you're looking at a 7.
Yeah,
And
7.
what did you say?
I said 7 for the rifle, 8 for the pistol.
Okay, so we're looking at like 7.25 or something like that. Y'all can call me out on the math all you want.
It's all made up anyway.
Yeah. This is just my opinion, and I'm a complete idiot. So there's that.
What do we
Yeah,
know?
dude.
Not a whole lot.
Get a riser on that, change the bipod, and you are golden county. You're looking at a 9. That's a very nice build, very utilitarian. All right, so let's go ahead and step on to the Honorable Spencer Hoyt, another guy that has made some pretty decent improvements in his time span in IDAHOMIES. Love to see it. Love to see it.
Spencer, solid dude.
Except for the weird ass shit you sent in the chat. Little sus. But that's okay. We love you. So, just at a quick glance, it's solid. We have 3 solid contenders right now.
Okay.
By the way, I forget what we rated all of them, but the winner is going to get like a sticker pack when we release them and some other stuff. For each episode, the winner of the ratings gets some kind of reward. And as IDAHOMIES grow, the rewards are going to get better. We should also do drill reviews. Like for the big giveaways, like if we give away a suppressor or something, we should, we'll talk. Me and the admin team will talk. So we got a 3-2 Unity or not on a Unity. I like the 3-2 reticle. Mm-hmm. That shows ball. Like you got some holds within your reticle with an EOTech. That's smart. Retarded SIG magnifier on Unity mount. Yeah, that's gonna ding the fuck out of you, bro. SIG. Make sure your magnifier doesn't shoot you. BCM receivers, BCM BCG, Geisley SSAE.
Nice.
B5 SOT mod. Some buffer stuff. Sprinko Green with H5. God damn. 14.7 Sons of Liberty barrel with Radian muzzle device. P&W to 1601. LaRue quad. LPM torch. Fuego. D-Ball D2. 640 DFT. Harris bipod. Harris is the in-between of Caldwell and Atlas. Let's be real here. That covers the rifle. Glock 17 direct milled for Hollow Sun 407. All right. Suppressor height sights. IDK the name of. Interesting. Radian Ramjet. What was that ding? Oh, it's my laptop. I'm getting messages from people. Y'all need to quit messaging me. Suppressor height sights. Radian Ramjet X300U. It doesn't annotate A or B. If it's an A, get a B. Glock Performance Trigger, SLR Magwell. Go ahead and look at the pictures.
All right, let's see this.
Sorry if we're not as social as we were during the episode. I've been up 26 hours, and we are about to drive like all the way up Idaho.
I got 4 hours of sleep, so we're in this.
We're going for it, bro. We're going.
Okay, solid rifle though. This was painted by yours truly.
Okay.
Hey, he's got the Kilroy was here on the butt.
All right, fine.
So
an IDAHOMIES sticker would be better though.
Solid rifle. I dig it. I give this probably. Well, there are things that can be improved on. He has the Harris on it. Yeah,
he has the SIG optic magnifier.
SIG optic. I would say I'd probably give this one. The rifle's probably a solid 7.5.
Okay.
Pistol, because he's got the Haro-san on there.
That's right.
I'm giving that one a 7.5 too.
I'm giving it a 5.5. Like no joke. Dude, you're a 100 and some odd.
Hollow-san.
You're a few hundred. Or not even a few hundred, 150 or some odd away from an American-made optic, brother.
Get an RMR.
Dude.
Get an RMR.
Or get an RCR.
Nice.
Yeah.
Or an RCR. Yeah. RCRs are hot.
The SIG magnifier's throwing me off, man. I'm gonna beat on you, Spence. You can do better. You'll do better here soon. I know you. I know you will. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna leave you margin for improvement. I'm gonna say 5.5 overall.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy, but come on. You got straight gas on the rest of your rifle, and you were like, fuck the magnifier. And then you threw a fucking... I can't say that on the podcast. You threw a Chinese optic on your...
A Haro-san.
Yeah, which a lot of people are like, oh my god, wholesome good, but you're so close to great. So, come on.
We don't support sweatshops here.
Yeah, unless it's rooftop defense.
Yes.
Oh, wait, I got to change it. Sorry, I'm tired.
We going to Vaughn?
Yeah.
Probably wrap this up here.
No, we got one more, Michael Morgan and then Vaughn.
Okay.
And then the rest of the guys that didn't make this episode, I will make sure you guys are covered. Trust me. And we'll be a lot more in a vibrant mood, so it's probably for the best. We got the Honorable Michael Morgan. Okay, let's try to find it. If I can't scroll up and find it, oh, my computer's glitching.
Oh,
okay.
That's great.
This one's going to be tough. He's a newer member. I'm pretty sure he said he was okay with us bashing him a little bit. We're going to be honest here, man. So for the gun, the AR-15, he has a PSA 16-inch with the pig flash hider. That one.
Oh, okay. I remember this one.
Romeo 5 and Juliet 5 micro. Light is a Streamlight 880-66 Pro Tac. Glock 45 with X300 and RMR. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to say it. You got a lot of room to go on your rifle. You're heading in the right direction. First things first, literally just pick up an A2 flash hider and get rid of that pig thing. Please.
There's really no reason for it.
All they do is increase your signature. Everyone in the general direction you're shooting hears you way more than just using a flash hider.
No.
Yeah, those things are no bueno, man.
And you're moving in the right direction, all right?
Yeah.
Like, you have a weapon, a sling, and an optic, all right? You just need to make some key improvements on those.
Yeah, dude. And you'll grow over time.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Everyone does.
But I will say, I'm a huge proprietor of taking care of your everyday carry pistol before your rifle, and you did exactly that. Glock 45, X300, RMR.
It's tight.
You know, I'm going to give your rifle a 3.5, but I'm going to give your pistol an 8. You are in the right direction, my buddy. So that brings his overall score. You want to know what? I'm not even going to correlate the numbers. I'm not going to do the math on it. I'm going to give your overall a 6.5.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah?
Yeah, I can
Okay,
agree with
take
that.
a look
I
real
remember.
quick. And then we'll jump to the Honorable Mr. Vaughn.
Yeah.
I'm going to check on the AV real quick.
Also,
Make sure
next
we're
time you submit a rifle, don't take it on a couch. Don't take the picture on a couch. Find a slab of concrete, something, some hardwood.
Yeah, don't
Set
take
your
pictures on beds, bro.
Yeah. All right, there we go.
Go put it in the grass in your backyard or something, dude. Stick the mag into the ground. All right, last one for the episode. Sorry for the ones that I missed. We'll get to you. I promise.
We will.
It's back. I promise. Okay. Sorry, I got like 400 million messages. Okay. Let me scroll up. All right. Cool. So here we are. I don't know where the fuck his pictures went. Oh, they're right there. Yeah. We're just gonna ignore the bottom rifle, okay? We're not gonna look at that.
Okay.
It's a 22, so.
Okay, we'll pretend it doesn't exist.
Yeah. So to start off, Malkev lower, like it. He
Nice.
guarantees all of his stuff is in spec. I love that guy. I love his stuff. CAC lower parts kit with JP to reduce power springs, CMMG ambi bolt release, H2 buffer with blue spring, SBA4 brace. Red anodized pins I got from stockpile.
Anything red anodized, dude, just get rid of it.
It's from stockpile.
It is from stockpile, but
Yeah.
like, where do we draw the line?
Yeah, you got a point. Battle arm enhanced bolt catch yet to be installed. I don't have punches. You should go buy punches.
Harbor Freight, dude, pack them like $8.
I'm gonna give the rifle a 3.5. You have room for improvement. You have made I'll give it a 4. You have made a shit ton of improvement since you've joined the group, bro. You know, and you're heading in the right direction. You do have the Malkev lower, good lower parts kit. Reduced power springs, I'm not a huge fan of. The CMG ambi bolt release, all right. H2 blue, at least you dialed in your rifle. Get your shit SBR January 1st. That'll be plus 2 points right there. Not a huge fan of braces. The red anodized pins, they're moot. They're from stockpile, so it's like, all right. And they're not like a huge part. Like, you're not running a red hand guard. It's just pins. Missing a little bit of detail to truly rate it. You don't have your optic system on there. Oh, here's the upper. I'm retarded. Zev upper. All right. Carpenter 158 BCG. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Arrow breech charging handle. Ew. Malkev 12.5 mid-length barrel. KVP Mach 3 linear compensator. Yeah. Emissary mini handbrake. Sons of Liberty XO2 handguard. Leopold scope mount with Delta PP print. Strike Eagle 1-8, flatline fiber stock. I'm gonna move it up to a 4.5 just because I'm tired and I completely missed your upper. Get rid of the arrow charging handle. Get rid of the Strike Eagle. Go a little bit better for sure. When you build a nice rifle, your optic needs to cost just as much. It hurts, but it's true. If you're gonna go with an LPVO, that is. There's some exceptions in the holographic red dot area, but we're
Most
just gonna
of
go
the time,
there.
you're gonna spend some money on glass, and it's gonna be worth it though.
Yeah, 100%. You need a good optic, and you need redundant optics. Stock Glock 45, and then he has a CZ75 PO1 with, I believe, LOK grips and TLR1 HL. The HL models are nice. Could be a surefire. Havoc IWB. Yeah, and he has an optic on it. I know he has an optic on it, but it's a Hollow Sun. I thought he had an optic, or he got one recently. Yeah.
Let me take a look at
Yeah,
it.
take a look. Take a look.
All right. Yeah, overall, I'd give this rifle probably like 4 or 5. Lots of room for improvement, but you were on the right track.
Yeah. It's not like you're completely losing your ass. You know, you've got good advice from the group and you're heading in the right direction.
Yeah.
You don't have a cycly optic on it or anything stupid like that. You know, you are buying appropriate equipment. You can just upgrade the quality later, you know, and you've been doing exactly that. It's fantastic, dude. You know, there's a lot of guys that we reviewed today that have upgraded massively since they joined the group. We love to see that. That's the whole purpose. But yeah, I think that really brings this to an end. Sorry we're rushing it, man. You know, we got stuff to do. It's hard to bring in time for a reshoot where both of us are available. Like I said, I've been up for like literally forever. I'm on like my 7th Red Bull. Not healthy, but it's in a 24-hour span, so it's okay.
You're gonna die.
Quite possibly. It's okay. At least I lived full send. Yeah.
That about does it.
Yeah, dude. Go check out the website. Check out the Facebook group. We got a bunch of cool events. We're going to be releasing some merchandise here soon. Some hats, some stickers, all that kind of stuff. I will message the winner. You guys will know before I do. Whoever got rated the highest is winning. If there's a tie, I don't know. We're going to have them submit drills, and we're going to publicly shame the one that loses. Yeah.
Well, that
Hell yeah.
does it for us.
Sorry for the rush, bro. The second one's going to be way better.
We'll see you guys in the second episode.
Yes, sir. This is a work in progress. We're figuring out the audio, figuring out the video. It's going to be nice, though, man. All right.
All right.
Y'all have a good day.